Hello everyone, welcome back to another Pokemon TCG deck breakdown. Today, we're going to be breaking down the new Inteleon Vmax Rapid Strike deck from Fusion Strike. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so we have the deck pulled up here. As you can see, we are playing many different kinds of Inteleon. We have Inteleon V, Inteleon Vmax, Rapid Strike Inteleon from Chilling Reign, and then we have Inteleon from Sword and Shield with Shady Dealings. But then we also play the Octillery Remoraid line, and we'll get into why we play all of those here in a second. But let's start with our main attraction, Inteleon. So we'll start with Inteleon V Rapid Strike. You do want to play the Rapid Strike one in this deck just because it does make the deck flow a little better. It's searchable with Soble's Keep Calling attack, and it also gets free retreat off of Tower of Waters. And in my opinion, this Inteleon V is a little better than the one we had before. Personally, I just like the Aqua Bullet attack a little better than the Aqua Report attack the previous Inteleon V had. But we have 4 copies of Inteleon VMAX Rapid Strike, 320 HP, and it has the ability Double Gunner. You must discard a Water Energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once per your turn, you may choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon and put 2 damage counters on each of them. This ability is huge. It's very similar to Quick Shooting from the Inteleon in Chilling Reign, but in my opinion, it's a little bit better. It does force you to discard a Water Energy, but that's not a big cost at all. We can easily search for Water Energy with Capacious Bucket and retrieve it with Trading Court. And then we also get to place an additional 2 damage counters on one of the opponent's bench Pokemon, whereas with the regular Quick Shooting Inteleon, we could only place 2 damage counters on one Pokemon. So Double Gunner does come at a cost, but we get to hit a few more Pokemon. One thing about Double Gunner you want to know though, is that you can only hit bench Pokemon. With Quick Shooting, you can hit the active if you want to, but Double Gunner does restrict you to hitting Pokemon on the bench. Gmax Spiral is the attack on Inteleon Vmax Rapid Strike, and it costs 1 Water Energy and 1 Colorless Energy. It hits for 70, but does an additional 70 if you put an energy attached to Inteleon Vmax back into your hand. This Pokemon is Rapid Strike, so we can utilize Rapid Strike energy in this attack. That's the whole strategy of this deck: Inteleon Vmax, Rapid Strike energy, and Cheryl. When we attach a Rapid Strike energy to Inteleon Vmax, we can hit for 140 with Gmax Spiral. It's not that much damage, but the Rapid Strike energy does go back into our hand, allowing us to use Cheryl once Inteleon Vmax takes some damage. So while Gmax Spiral might not hit for that much damage, it's fine if it does a little less because we can utilize Cheryl and Rapid Strike energy in this cool combination. So usually the way this will go is you'll hit with Gmax Spiral, put the Rapid Strike energy back into your hand, and then your opponent will attack, and usually they can't KO Inteleon Vmax. And then we'll use Cheryl to heal that damage because we don't have any energy left on Inteleon Vmax. Then we'll attach the Rapid Strike energy, hit for another 140, and then depending on how many abilities we've used on Double Gunner and Quick Shooting, we might be able to clean it up right there. Or we might be able to clean it up next turn with abilities. So that's a breakdown of the Inteleon Vmax card, but it can't do this deck on its own, so it does need some help. Let's take a look at that. We play 1 copy of Remoraid as well as 1 copy of Octillery, making for a 1/1 Octillery run. This is a Rapid Strike Pokemon. It works well in any Rapid Strike deck, solely because of its ability Rapid Strike Search. Once per your turn, you may search your deck for a Rapid Strike card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So this is a very basic ability, but is very effective. In these Rapid Strike decks, it can find you a lot of the cards you need, like that Rapid Strike energy, and a lot of the Pokemon we play as well, like Soble's and the Inteleon from Chilling Reign, as well as our 4/4 Inteleon VMAX line. Rapid Strike Search is a handy ability, but we do only play a 1/1 line of Octillery because we need some room in the deck for some other cards, and we don't play as many Rapid Strike cards as maybe a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck would, so we really don't need that many copies of Octillery. Then we play the Inteleon Evolution Chain. So we have 4 copies of Sobble here, Rapid Strike. As I mentioned, Keep Calling can help you find those Inteleon V as well as Sobbles. It's a pretty handy attack, and depending on how fast your opponent gets set up, you might be able to use this to help you out. Then it evolves into Drizzile, which we play 4 copies of. Drizzile has the Shady Dealings ability that says when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve from your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So it could find us cards to find basic Pokemon, energy, or supporter to draw some more cards. Drizzile is a really great engine card, and I think Shady Dealings is one of the best abilities in the game. We have a single copy of Rapid Strike Inteleon, so this card isn't as essential anymore because we have Double Gunner on Inteleon Vmax, which in my opinion is basically a better version of Quick Shooting. But Inteleon here is still useful. Like I said, it can help us clean up some of those Pokemon that we take out with the Gmax Spiral. So sometimes we're needing to put some damage counters on the active position, whereas we're restricted to the bench with Double Gunner. Inteleon with Quick Shooting can allow us to put some damage counters on the active. So that is why we do play one copy of the Rapid Strike Inteleon. And then we have Inteleon from Sword and Shield with Shady Dealings, in case we need to grab some more trainer cards. As you notice, we only have 2 Inteleon to end this evolution chain. A lot of decks in the past have had 4 Inteleon to end it, usually 3 copies of the Rapid Strike one, and a single copy of the Shady Dealings one. But in this deck, since we need some room for Octillery, and the deck is just functions a little bit different than previous Inteleon decks, we do only play 1 Rapid Strike Inteleon and 1 Shady Dealings Inteleon, but we do run 2 copies of Scoop Up Net, so we can reset that Inteleon evolution chain if we need to. Let's move on to the trainer cards. There's some stadiums to tackle, so we do play 1 copy of Tower of Waters. Handy card for any Rapid Strike deck, can be searched out with Octillery, and gives Inteleon Vmax Rapid Strike free retreat. It's a super handy card, and we don't play Switch in this deck, we go harder with Tower of Waters and Air Balloon, so that is a good card that works well for our strategy. And then we have 3 copies of Training Court, so some decks might play Energy Retrieval, but I like having Training Court because it allows you to counter the opposing stadium's path to the peak, can really mess with us. So having lots of stadiums in here does work well, and then Training Court is a very powerful card in this deck because we need it to be able to retrieve that water energy that we're discarding with Double Gunner from the discard pile, and be consistently able to put it back into our hands so we can keep using Double Gunner. Those are our stadiums. Like I said, we played 3 copies of Training Court, 1 copy of Tower of Waters. Then we run 1 copy of Adventurer's Discovery. This is a very powerful card from Fusion Strike that states you search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon V, reveal them, and put them into your hand. It's very powerful because this can help us find Inteleon V as well as Inteleon VMAX. 2 copies of Boss's Orders in case we're sniping something on the bench of Double Gunner and we want to bring it up to finish it off. We play 2 copies of Marnie for some hand disruption on the opponent's side and refreshing our hand. We play 4 copies of Professor's Research. It's a very powerful draw engine, and having 4 is never a bad idea. And then, like I mentioned, 3 copies of Cheryl. Cheryl is a very powerful card. It's basically full heal, but now it's a supporter. It says heal damage from each of your evolution Pokemon. If you do, discard all energy from the Pokemon that were healed in this way. So we're not really going to be attaching energies to our Inteleon evolution chain or Octillery, so we're mainly concerned with Inteleon VMAX. So like I said, we throw Rapid Strike energy on there, use Gmax Spiral, it goes back into our hand, our opponent attacks, then we can use Cheryl to heal that energy and throw Rapid Strike energy back on there. It's a very powerful combination, and Cheryl works well with this deck and some other decks that use that healing factor and are more defensive in their playstyle. Then we have some item cards. We play the usual 4 copies of Quick Ball to find our basic Pokemon, and then we play 2 copies of Capacious Bucket. Retrieving energy from the discard pile is just as important as getting energy into our hand, and Capacious Bucket is a great way to do that. Allows us to search our deck for up to 2 water energy cards for completely free. That is a great effect to have on an item card, especially for this deck, allowing us to fill our hand with water energy that we can discard with Double Gunner. 2 copies of Evo Incense allows us to find Octillery, Drizzile, Inteleon, and Inteleon VMAX, so it makes for a very useful card. We also play 2 copies of Level Ball, which can find Remoraid, Sobble, and Drizzile. If you wanted to take out the Level Balls and just replace them with more Evo Incense, that might be a good play as well, because that opens up the possibilities for cards you can find. But I do like Level Ball because it can find Sobble and Remoraid. Then we have 2 copies of Scoop Up Net, which are important for resetting that Inteleon evolution chain. Because we do only play one Rapid Strike Inteleon and one Shady Dealings Inteleon. We do want to have some Scoop Up Net in here so we can reset that chain if we need to. Then we have 3 copies of Air Balloon. Like I mentioned, this deck doesn't use any switch cards, it just uses Tower of Waters and Air Balloon to move Pokemon around the field. And so we do play 3 copies of Air Balloon. If you want to up the count to 4, that might be a good play as well. Then with the energies, we have 4 copies of Rapid Strike Energy. As you probably know from the description that I've given of this deck, Rapid Strike Energy is a very essential card. So I play 4 copies, and as you can see, it is a Rapid Strike card, so it can be searched out with Octillery. We'll play 5 copies of Water Energy. We don't need an abundance of Water Energy in this deck, but we don't need just like 2 copies. So 5 seems to be the perfect number. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video on the Inteleon Vmax Rapid Strike deck. It is a super cool deck, and Inteleon is one of my favorite Pokemon, so I really enjoyed doing this video. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Fusion Strike content and other stuff related to the Pokemon TCG, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I upload new videos on Mondays and Thursdays. Don't forget to drop a comment down below and like as well. They really help me out. That's it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, trainers.